enjoyed it. Hi everyone, it's Lindsay.
And I'm Sammy.
And this is everyone's favorite BL podcast,
BL Buddies.
All right, we are doing My Last I Want You to Watch, and it is about youth.
I was nervous. I was nervous.
One text.
She sent me one text, and all it said was the plot holes. So, I'm ready.
So we're gonna actually segue that into something else. We're gonna do an announcement. We're gonna do a mini series now. A mini-series off of a mini-series. But we're basically going to start talking about plot holes on TikTok, on Reels, and on YouTube Shorts about plot holes in YouTube, in BL. In YouTube videos, in BLs. So we're going to do this, and then I might do like a quick plot hole reel. But yeah, I enjoyed About Youth. I thought it was very cute. I really enjoyed the two main characters. But I have to admit, I loved the side couple. I must love the bad boy brooding because I loved Ray. And when Ray's like ex-boyfriend told him to wear the outfit he wore, and then you saw him in the outfit, I'm like, he makes a very pretty woman.
Yes, he does.
But I was like, this man is in the closet and he's making him dress like a woman to make him not feel gay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, this is bullshit. Like, he's not loving him for being himself.
Mm-hmm.
And it drove me nuts because I really adored Ray. And then Gian comes in and I was like, especially when they're in the cafe and, you know, the girlfriend walks in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the girlfriend goes, you're back with this high school kid? And I'm like, ugh!
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he's dressed up as a girl. And again, man had great legs. Like, that skirt looked on him. I wish my legs like that. But yeah, I really enjoyed Ray and Gian. I thought their story was really sweet. Although Gian started giving me stalkerish vibes when him and Ray, when he was trying to apologize to Ray, and Ray didn't want to see him, and he was outside waiting for him and talking to him, and I was like, well, it's a little like stalkerish, but like Gian like really did fall in love with him. And
I think his thing was, yes, Lily. Sorry, you can't see her, but Lily's here. Okay, she's coming up.
She's coming up.
Come on,
Lils.
Come on.
You can come up.
Come on, Lillian. Nope. Okay.
Come on,
Lillian. I think with him, I totally see where you mean by like the stalker thing. We have a guest appearance.
Oh, there she is. Oh, okay.
Oh, she's going to take your lap.
Yep. Oh, her foot's in my pocket.
Yep. Okay, come on. There we go.
I didn't mind her in my lap. It was just her nails were like in that guy.
Yeah, she tends to do that. So I totally
aggressive.
Excuse me. Anytime I touch her head, what are you doing?
She probably got mud in them.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. She does actually.
She got dirt in her ears.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wash her.
She rolls around in the dirt. She's crazy. Lillian.
Sorry, I'm sniffing my dog's ear to see if she has an infection. Okay, anyway. So this has gone off the rails. So I completely understand. I know, right? I completely understand like your him being a stalker, but I think
fixing the necklace was like,
oh, I loved that.
And
sorry,
yeah.
But no, my thing was, I think he wasn't necessarily stalking, but like he felt he needed to explain himself.
Yeah.
And like Ray didn't giving him that opportunity to explain why he did what he did.
Right.
So like I understand why he did it, because like he like you said, he genuinely did love him.
Yeah.
And he needed to explain why he did it, and like Ray wasn't just like refused to give him the chance.
He was like sleeping in his car, and I'm waiting for him, and I'm like, okay, like
there's a point. Yeah, I get it.
But then I like that he asked Yuzi Yang.
Don't ask me on those names.
Okay, I'm gonna say Zhang.
There you go. That's what I did when I read it the first
time.
Girl, again,
guys,
I suck at these names.
Please. I'm
not good at Taiwan. Yeah, exactly. I'm not good at Taiwanese names.
So Zhang, when Gian asked Zhang to help him with Ray, I thought it was really cute to hand him the necklace. And when Zhang was like, he's a really good guy, like, please just listen to him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
See, I think that's what he should have done in the first place.
Yeah,
then like he knew that they knew each other.
Yeah,
like they should have like whatever.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I get it.
Plot hole.
Yeah.
Plot hole. And then we go to the main couple, which I absolutely adored Zhang. Like, and then like he's just like, I didn't realize he was the same person in the beginning. Because they had him without the glasses. And his hair was wet. And then they had him in the school uniform with the glasses on. I'm like, I literally went backwards. I went, oh, it's the same guy. He just looks really nerdy now.
Yes.
But then when he just flopped.
Yeah, she's just like, I'm done.
When they made him have his like alternate personality of the singer, and he had that blue sweater with that necklace, that like chain thing, I was like, okay. I was like, this man's got a whole other side. He's just not a nerd. Yi Guang, I felt so bad for him. He is the epitome, I think, of like influencers, to where he's doing that birthday chat and he's like, my parents are waiting for me for dinner, and then he turns it off and then he starts to cry. Yeah. Because his parents left him. And I was like, yeah, like he's the popular boy. Everybody loves him. Everyone's this, he's so good at this and this and this. And then you actually get into his life and it's so lonely. It's so shitty and sad. And I hated his parents. I absolutely hated his parents. Like, I thought his mom was, like, better than she was. Like, I thought she was going to be better than she was. She was really shitty, too. Yeah, they both were. The dad was the epitome of shitty. And then, like, when he starts crying, he sends them that video. And they're like, what did we do wrong? I'm like, you didn't let your son have a childhood. Yeah, you literally, you did not let him be a child. Yeah, you didn't let him be, you made him do piano after school. He had all these like tutors. Yeah, and you were like just to try and force your own, because that was their business, right? And so like they needed to show that it works. That their ideas work and they're the perfect blah blah blah. Which a lot of parents, there's a lot of movies and TV shows that have been like that, to where their children are their guinea pigs. Yes, and basically 100%. They kind of ruin their children. That's a lot of childhood trauma. But yeah, I hated his parents. But like for how he grew up and how his parents were, he was a very humble person. He was very sweet. I loved his characterization because he wasn't a dick who had to go through that character growth of becoming soft. Yeah, he was that person that was so lonely, was going through a character growth of realizing he needed to meet his own needs. And I really love Zhang. And like when the parents were said like birds flock together, I was like, that's shit. Yeah. That's such shit. Yeah. And he's like, I got more love there than I ever did here. And when he's like, you never tell me you love me, I was like, ooh, I was crying with him. I was crying with him. And I thought the dad was going to be a little better after that. And then they had the concert and the dad's like, I'm not. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah. But you know what? I hate to say it, but that's more so probably a reality than like it is. I actually have friends who've had parents like that. Yeah, same. It was never good enough. It was nothing was ever good enough. Yeah. They needed you to get like, you got 100. Well, they wanted you to have 110. Right. Like, you needed to have extra points. Exactly. Extra points. You didn't get 102. Yeah, exactly. So like, I think with that, like, it was almost more so realistic of the fact that like he's not going to be able to accept that. The father wasn't going to accept him, never would accept him. No, he wasn't good enough. The happiness that he had. Literally even was like, well, you dropped out of college and started this and we had nothing. Yeah. And I guess like you don't want your kids to go through that, but at the same time, like you're taking their childhood away. Yeah, you're traumatizing them in a different way. Yeah. Yeah. And then I think the biggest plot hole to me that I thought, I wish it was more episodes. Yes. I wish it was 12. I wish there was 4 more episodes because they really talked up him, wanting to Berklee School of Music and then talking up them, competing against each other for this school president thing that there was nothing about. There was no conclusion on that. He talked to the mentor and the teacher like twice. She posted the video of him singing to make him popular. Yeah. And then it disappeared. Yeah. And I was like, where did this whole plot of them? Because I really honestly thought like, I'm like, no, they're not going to be rivals. Like, one of them's going to secede. And I feel like... Well, I think he did. Yi Guang... No, I think Yi Guang was going to... No, they didn't secede. No, yeah, he did. Because I think at one point he says, I'm going to help you win. I think he does. I think he does. He said he didn't want it. Yeah, he said he never wanted it. Well, I thought what happened was going to be he was going to run as his running mate and be the VP. And help... And the two of them help each other get to it. Yeah. So, like... And then I'm like... well, they don't talk about him going abroad and getting together and then going abroad because he wants to go to Berkeley. And I'm like, my brain is like the plot holes.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing with that was like, when I first read the synopsis of the story, they made it sound like these two were going to be enemies, like hate each other, fight each other, go against each other. Like,
there was like none of that.
And there was literally absolutely none of that. Like, they were instantly friends.
Yeah.
They were instantly like, buddy.
He even a year ago.
Yeah, and he even already like, I think in almost like the first or second episode, he straight up says, I don't want to be president.
Yeah, he does.
He says, I never wanted it. It's my parents who are like forcing me to do this. So like, that was like the thing. I was like, so this isn't really what I was expecting. Right. I still loved it. Like, I still loved the show.
I thought it was cute.
But going into it thinking that's what I was going to get and very much not getting that, I was like, whoa, what the hell is this?
When he would like leave the black tea with the notes, and then like Ray was like, oh, your angel left you your tea. Then when he left him that thing with the note, I was like expecting him to be like, oh my God, he's my angel.
Yeah. No, they don't even bring it up.
They don't even bring it up. And I thought that was going to be a really cute point.
Like, where he figures it out.
Yeah, no, that was...
I didn't even think... I forgot about that one. I forgot about the tea.
Yeah. Because I really honestly thought that was going to be something, and it was
nothing. Yeah.
Plot holes.
Yeah, but I think... And again, I think it was, like, I was bummed that it was so short. Because I think it probably would have filled those plot holes. It probably would have explained all of those things.
Yeah.
If we had, like you said, 4 more episodes to just clear it all up. And I feel like all these BLs are like that.
Yeah. And my other thing was, I honestly thought the parents were going to have a conniption about them being together. But then I remember they're in Taiwan. And Taiwan is the only Asian country that has legalized marriage. So I guess that wasn't a thought in the but I really honestly thought, like, they had more of a problem with him being below their son's station than anything else.
Yeah.
But my brain's like, what?
Yeah.
The plot holes didn't, like, some of the scripting didn't make sense. Like, where it was going with places. And, like, I thought there was going to be more with the band. I loved the band, by the way. All of them were adorable.
Yeah.
But I thought there was going to be more fleshed out with the band. And then I thought there was going to be more fleshed out with Gian and Ray, too.
Yeah, I felt like Gian and Ray, they didn't even get much airtime.
No,
they were very much
really cute.
I love God, and when he's playing piano,
yes.
Oh my God. Okay, I have a thing. I think I've already talked about this. I have a thing for hands and hand placement.
Yes, you do.
When he literally when he goes up to him and just scratches, I'm like, oh my God. He did it multiple times in that one scene, and I was like, I'm about to lose my shit. I loved them so much. They were so cute. But my thing was, this is a plot hole / I was confused ? Thing in the beginning. In the beginning,
yes,
the band.
Gopher.
Oh yeah, we have gophers and rabbits and stuff. In the beginning of the show,
yes,
the band is walking somewhere and they see Ray's boyfriend and they go, isn't that Ray's boyfriend and whatnot?
Yes.
And they were like, yeah, should we tell him? Yeah, they're like, should we tell him? And they're like, oh, that's not really our place and yada, yada, yada. And I was like, okay, so they know
and
Ray.
They didn't know Ray.
And then, they go, and then, Gian comes over to Ray while he's at the coffee shop, and I very much got the sense they didn't know each other.
Yes, they didn't.
So I was like,
I'm really
but all confused. Of them knew
I got confused
Ray.
by that too.
Okay, cause that was the thing. I was kind of like, wait. Because I'm like, okay, well, the one kid does go to school. Ray does go to school with their singer, so maybe he because they knew it. But how would Gian not? Because Gion's another main part of their group,
right?
So
he's the leader of the band,
exactly. So I was like, I don't get how you played this, or maybe it was just we misunderstood in the sense of they did in fact know each other when he was at the bakery at the cafe, or maybe. Yeah, I don't know, because I was that part was really confusing to me because I genuinely was like, wait, I thought they knew each other.
Yes.
And then you didn't get really much explanation on that. And then they started hanging out, which you were like, how did you
Oh, when they were clothes shopping. And
yeah, when they were ended up
when they were in the photo booth.
I love that.
When
shit
Ray ripped
so
it, like
much.
flung him in with them on his lap.
Oh my god.
Okay, do you know what other one confused me a little bit? Is when Ray was introducing Jian as his boyfriend, and Zhang and Guan were confused
about them dating.
Yeah, when they were in that cafe.
Okay.
Like, because they were like, "Why are you here?" I'm like, "You guys are each other's best friends." Like, I'm so confused. Why?
I think because they maybe didn't mention who
that the other person was with them.
like who they were dating.
I'm like, well, Zhang knew Jian liked Ray because he gave him the necklace and did all that. I don't know. That scene confused me.
Well, maybe he knew, but then Zhang didn't. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. You're right. It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you guys confused by seeing each other? I guess they weren't expecting the other one to be that. I don't know. That cafe scene, I mean, Ray was super cute, and he's like, "This is my boyfriend."
Yeah.
And I was like,
"Oh God."
And then when he ordered the tea, and then he's like, "Well, what kind of drink do you want?" He's like, "Black tea with little sugar and little ice." And he was like, "This is for both of you." I was like, "That's kind of cute." Making them drink out of the same drink. I was sad that the two of their kiss was just that very short kiss on the rooftop, but it was cute after the concert.
Oh yeah, I wish like I said, I wish they had extended that series because I think it probably would have been great. Yeah. And I still say it is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's adorable. I enjoyed it.
I still keep it in my top, top list. But I agree with you that there were a lot of plot holes. And there were like those instances, but like, see, this is one of those shows where I like graciously accepted.
Oh, I accepted. I accepted the plot holes and just kind of went with it.
Sorry.
I
Lily, it's all your fault.
And like,
I accepted the plot holes because I did think it was so cute. All of their like interactions and all of their other things.
I think
that you kind of just ignored the fact that you were like, oh, that was not explained. Yeah. Oh, that's just a.
And then sometimes too, they would bring it back up and then it would just go away again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. I don't care.
They were like, it was almost like, let's bring it up so people think we didn't forget about it, but like we straight up forgot about it, kind of thing. So yeah, I totally see what you mean in those.
She's not petting my boob, I promise.
But yeah, like. It is still one of my favorite. I don't know why it was such a why it hit me so much as a favorite. It's just really
cute.
I just was like so weirdly moved by it.
I think like because the characters themselves weren't toxic to each other.
Correct.
It was everybody around them that was toxic.
Yeah.
So I liked that, they were all very sweet to each other, and they had issues, but it wasn't. There was no like toxicity within the relationships. I mean, Ray and Jian had the misunderstanding, but it wasn't like this horrible toxic thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, the parents and the uncle and like their situations.
Yeah.
But it was never them, and I think I enjoyed that sweetness. It was kind of like chocolate milkshake. There was no like toxicity. His depression, but there was no toxicity in it. There was no angst. There was drama, but it wasn't like a terrible drama that you're just like. It wasn't like Dead Friend. Yeah. Oh, which threw every toxic thing.
Yeah, every possible toxic, traumatic thing onto one kid.
Yeah.
I think, you know what? I think what really, while I loved all the scenes of like, the loved up couples and like all that, I love that. I think my absolute favorite scene though was when Zhang makes that video about how upset he is and how he's not happy. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I was like, what?
Like he makes that video
when he breaks down.
Where he breaks down and says, "I'm not happy. This isn't what I want to do with my life." Yeah, he's like, and he just like, because like, I feel like a lot of kids
feel that way.
And I wouldn't even say kids, but everybody feels that way at one point or currently.
Yeah,
they felt that way, and like, it just like hit home.
Yeah.
And I understood
those emotions,
his emotions in that scene.
I started I'm tearing up now.
Yeah.
Like that scene was hard.
Mm-hmm. Cause it was just like, well, shit, I feel called out. Like, and it's true because like, it's just that kind of way of like, your youth. You don't feel like you're enjoying it. You don't feel like, there's too much pressure on you to do one thing. Well, you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But like, you don't want to disappoint your parents, and you don't want to, disappoint your friends and your family, and
and people who look up to you at school.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it has. I think that was like my big, like the one scene I loved most was like him finally feeling
letting it all
strong
out.
enough to like let it all out and tell everybody, no, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
And I really liked that, and
I think going back to our mental health talk from ship to not ship, I think that needs to be talked about more.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And I feel like
suppressing that stuff is not doing
it doesn't help you. It doesn't help the people around you. Like,
no.
Letting it out is 100% the way you should go. And I know that it's tough.
So looked down upon.
It's hard, and the fact that it is looked down on is like such a struggle.
To say, like, there's been times where my boss asks me like if everything's okay, and I'm terrified that I'm not going to get a promotion, or I'm not going to get new projects, or I'm going to get fired because I say, yes, it's too hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
100%.
they expect you to do your work and do your work well.
Yeah.
And they
be at 100 all day, every day.
Yeah. So, like, it's hard. Like, one day I literally looked at my boss and I was like, this week has been shit. I have been running around. I haven't sat down, and it's a lot. And she went, good to know. And I was like,
yeah.
Like, my mental health, like, I know we're trying to do like more like mental health days in America, like for working to like help with burnout, but like admitting you're getting burned out is very hard.
It's
even though it's getting more like focus, it's hard because you feel like you're admitting to a weakness.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah,
it's true.
But everyone has their fucking bad days.
Yeah, goddamn,
you can't
I have
be
a lot 100%.
of. If you feel like you got up, I feel like that's 100%.
Yeah.
If you feel like shit and you got up and you drove to work, I feel like that's your 100% for that day.
Yep, 100% agree. It's tough, and I think that's a thing about a lot of the more recent BLs they're trying to like bring those things to light.
Yeah.
I mean, not even just BLs. Like, I mean, shows I watch regularly, like the other K-dramas and stuff I watch, I feel like they are trying to bring to light that like you don't know what's going on in people's minds. You don't know what's going on in their lives behind, like, once you clock out of work that day kind of thing. And like, I really think it needs to be talked about more, and I appreciate that they are trying to talk about it more, because especially in Asian countries, we talked about it, they are very like mental health is a taboo to discuss, which it's sad, but it's a truth that they face. It's a reality that they face. Yeah. And like, I hope that with all these shows that do kind of open it up and talk about it more, it's gonna change that. Yeah. And like, these people will get the help that they need and deserve.
Yeah.
And
like we said in Ship to Not Ship, like, we see 1% of their lives.
Yeah. And just like that kid, literally in About Youth, you only saw what he showed you. And so don't assume don't assume that just because, they just got on a private jet, that they actually got on said private jet. I've seen a lot of that.
Or they're on a private jet and they're not in debt up to their ears now.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't just like sell their soul to get that private jet.
There's times where I see things and my brain's like, how do people afford this? Yeah. And then someone told me once, they're like, well, I've got about $10,000 in credit card debt, but I've gone on like 20 vacations and it's amazing. And I'm like,
I can't do that. I can't. Like, I'm like, again, you literally only see these like 10 seconds of their lives.
Yeah.
And they show you what they want to show you, because they want to show, look at how happy and amazing everything I have is. And it's not necessarily true.
They could be photoshopping themselves.
Oh God, yeah, people be photoshopping themselves into things and like places.
Look where I am. I'm at Coachella.
Yeah. Really, hey, I photoshopped us into Korea.
Yeah.
Not that I did that to make it look like we were actually in Korea, but yeah, like, it's just one of those things that I appreciated that.
Yeah, I appreciated
that topic in About Youth, of them bringing it to light, and even with Jiyeon and Ray, where like his shitty ex-boyfriend, like they touched about like how that affected Ray, and I really loved it, and I love that show.
Emotions, and it was done really well. I just wish it was longer.
Yeah, I wish it was longer because I agree with you. It had things it needed to flesh out that they just kind of were like, well, we got to finish it.
I think it would have been cuter too with their relationships if they fleshed it out just a bit more.
No, I agree. I would have wanted more Ray and Gian.
It was very good. Yes, I loved Ray and Gian. They were so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so did you guys watch it?
If not, let us know. So that's it for like what I have for you. Now I'm thinking I want you to watch should go into our side versus main couple I want you to watch is that they gave us a list of.
Ooh, that could be it.
I think we should start doing that.
Maybe we should. I think that's a good idea because I was going to say this kind of ends our second season of I Want You to Watch. So
I think it's going to be I Want You to Watch from our fans.
Yep, it will be. Because we have fans.
We have fans.
We have buddies.
Thank you guys.
We have buddies. We love and appreciate you.
Lily, say hi.
Yeah.
Say hi. She's sitting here. I don't know if you can hear in my mic that she's snoring.
She's snoring, probably.
You ready?
She's well, now she's not.
She's not.
Now she's just sniffing it. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys, and we really do appreciate the comments and the DMs we get and everything. It really does mean a lot to us because we genuinely would not be continuing this if it were not for you guys.
Yeah.
So we really do appreciate everything that you guys say, do. It really means a lot to us. So this wraps up our second season of I Want You to Watch, and we hope that you enjoyed it. All right, bye guys.
Bye everybody.